We were a bit confused about all the fans, or I'd say lack thereof of all the fans in Stadium 2 while Rybakina was playing. As you can see from videos and pictures, if we were to say that there are hundreds of people watching this match, that would be a stretch.
Fergus, you cannot play Rafa anymore, but if he would make like 10 times time relation to Rafa, because like you need to have some common sense sometimes.
And seeing the Brazilian fans, I mean, that's what you kind of want, you know. You want that new atmosphere. Same for Eala, having all the Philippine fans from coming, you know, to support her. It's
Alex Eala has quickly become one of the most talked about names in tennis, and her impact at the BNP Paribas Open has reportedly created a dramatic situation behind the scenes. According to reports, tournament director Tommy Haas found himself dealing with a sharp drop in ticket demand shortly after Eala was eliminated from the event. The sudden shift left organizers scrambling to keep stadium seats filled and maintain the incredible momentum the tournament had been enjoying. Some insiders even suggested Haas was frustrated that the Women's Tennis Association had not done enough to fully capitalize on the young star's rapidly growing popularity. What started as an exciting breakthrough run for Eala quickly turned into one of the most surprising storylines of the entire tournament. Eala, the rising star from the Philippines, made a stunning impression during her appearance at Indian Wells. One of her early matches against Diana Yastremska drew extraordinary attention from fans around the world. Demand to watch the young prodigy compete was so intense that ticket prices surged dramatically, with courtside seats reportedly reaching levels rarely seen for early-round matches. The buzz surrounding Eala's performance turned that match into one of the most talked-about moments of the tournament, with massive crowds eager to see the new sensation in action. Reports suggested that the event generated millions of dollars in ticket revenue from that single matchup alone, highlighting just how powerful Eala's growing star appeal has already become on the global tennis stage.
Ever. Indian Wells set a single-day attendance record of more than 58,000 fans on the first Friday.
The story wasn't just about impressive numbers, it was about the atmosphere, the emotion, and the incredible passion of fans who came specifically to watch Alex Eala compete. During her matches at the BNP Paribas Open, thousands of spectators packed into the venue, creating an electric environment that instantly became one of the most talked-about moments of the tournament. The excitement surrounding the young Filipino star was impossible to ignore, and many fans felt they were witnessing the emergence of something truly special in women's tennis. For tournament director Tommy Haas, the surge of attention and enthusiasm was an incredible moment for an event that already carries decades of prestige and global reputation, but the situation changed dramatically once Eala's run in the tournament came to an end. Almost overnight, the intense buzz surrounding the event seemed to fade. The same stadium sections that had been buzzing with energy during her matches suddenly appeared far less crowded. Fans who had rushed to see the rising star were no longer filling the seats in the same numbers, creating a noticeable shift in the overall atmosphere of the tournament. What had felt like a wave of momentum driven by one exciting young player suddenly slowed down, leaving organizers facing a surprising reminder of just how powerful a single breakout star can be in shaping the excitement and energy of a global sporting event.
We're a bit confused about all the fans, or I'd say lack thereof of all the fans in Stadium 2 while Rybakina was playing. As you can see from videos and pictures, if we were to say that there are hundreds of people watching this match, that would be a stretch.
As the excitement around the tournament began to fade, Tommy Haas reportedly found himself searching for ways to bring the energy back to the BNP Paribas Open. With attendance cooling after the elimination of Alex Eala, discussions reportedly emerged about organizing exhibition matches that could feature the young star again, even if those appearances were outside the official tournament schedule. The idea was simple: bring Eala back onto the court, even briefly, to reignite the excitement that had filled the stadium during her matches. Some reports even suggested that organizers explored the possibility of arranging a special exhibition appearance ahead of the Miami Open in hopes of recreating the buzz that followed her breakout performances. The broader reaction from the tennis world has also added another layer to the story. Eala's rapid rise has been nothing short of remarkable, although it hasn't always come without controversy. Earlier in the season at the Australian Open, when she qualified for the event, some fans questioned why such a popular emerging star was scheduled on smaller courts rather than one of the main stadium stages. Huge crowds reportedly lined up hoping to see her play, highlighting just how quickly her popularity had grown among global tennis fans. Instead of slowing the momentum, moments like that only seemed to amplify the excitement surrounding her career. And beyond the hype, many tennis legends continue to highlight what truly matters: her talent. Novak Djokovic, widely regarded as one of the greatest players in tennis history, has publicly praised Eala, noting that while she is impressive to watch on television, her game is even more exciting when seen live. Coming from a champion who has faced generations of elite competitors, that kind of recognition carries enormous weight within the tennis community.
Alex Eala, that's been a talk, and which is understandable. There's some players coming from respective countries, like she's coming from Philippines, which is now a big deal. She's been the biggest ever, tennis player from that country, which is a big country, and there's a big interest.
Despite all the praise and growing attention, there is still clear tension between the Women's Tennis Association, WTA, and the organizers of Indian Wells Open. Tommy Haas is no longer just worried about ticket sales. He has now openly voiced his frustration with how the WTA has handled the rising star power of Alex Eala. Haas believes the WTA missed a major opportunity to fully capitalize on the overwhelming demand for Eala's matches. In his view, instead of giving her the platform and visibility that such popularity deserved, the organization appeared to downplay her growing appeal, a decision that may have ultimately limited the tournament's potential impact and excitement, and Haas is far from the only one expressing frustration. Many fans of Eala, along with several figures within the tennis world, have openly praised the young Filipino talent and questioned why her momentum hasn't been highlighted more strongly. Among those speaking out is former world number 1 Maria Sharapova, who has emphasized the broader importance of Eala's rise. Sharapova noted that Eala's success represents more than just personal achievement. It also symbolizes an important moment of representation for Asian athletes in the sport. For decades, women's tennis has largely been dominated by players from Europe and North America. Although the game has expanded globally, Asian players reaching the very top levels of the women's game have remained relatively rare, which makes Eala's breakthrough all the more meaningful.
Of course, treat the victories are so special, but if you treat them too high, and you treat the tough moments as a really big low in your career, it's hard to find that happy medium, and I think that's what that sweet spot is.
Maria Sharapova believes that Alex Eala is helping change that long-standing narrative. According to her, Eala's rise is inspiring millions of people who may have never felt represented in professional tennis before. She's bringing a fresh wave of excitement and passion to the sport, and fans from across Asia are rallying behind her success. Sharapova's perspective highlights the importance of diversity and representation in sports, and how Eala's breakthrough is helping to open doors that once seemed closed. But returning to the situation surrounding the Indian Wells Open, Tommy Haas now appears to be in full crisis mode. With stadium attendance dropping and ticket sales sliding, he's looking for one last effort to revive the atmosphere. That effort revolves around a possible exhibition match featuring Eala. Haas is hoping that putting her back on the court, even for a special exhibition, will draw fans back into the stands. The idea is to create a major spectacle that can reignite excitement and bring energy back to the venue just in time for the women's final. And honestly, it's not a bad strategy. Eala has already demonstrated that she can attract massive crowds, and her presence alone could instantly lift the energy inside the stadium. Haas clearly understands that the Eala effect is real, and is hoping to harness that momentum before it's too late. At the same time, his frustration with the Women's Tennis Association is becoming more obvious. He believes the organization hasn't done enough to fully support Eala or amplify the incredible popularity she's building around the world. In the end, the situation unfolding at Indian Wells is both unusual and fascinating. Haas is trying everything possible to bring the crowds back, while tensions with the WTA continue to simmer. What's undeniable, though, is Eala's growing star power and the genuine excitement fans feel whenever she steps on the court. The real question now is whether the WTA will fully embrace her rise and give her the spotlight she deserves, or continue to treat her success cautiously. One thing is certain, the story of Alex Eala is only just beginning, and it's already reshaping the landscape of women's tennis. That's all for today's video. What do you think? Should the WTA be doing more to support Alex Eala, or is Tommy Haas overreacting? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates from the world of tennis. See you next time.